The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right. Good afternoon, traders. Sorry for the delay. That was on GoToWebinar's end, not ours. I was trying every trick in the book that I had to get the meeting started, but it was just down for a minute. So when I first launched, there was only 2 people here. Now we're starting to get some people. Did you guys have a hard time getting in today? Or was it just telling you were waiting for the organizer the whole time? What did it look like? Someone let me know. Anyways, we're back now. I'm going to kind of stall for a minute or two here just to let any stragglers make their way in. We definitely got a lot to talk about. We had our Fed announcement. We've been building to. My premise that I've been working off of was if it is a 3/4 point or a half a point. We didn't get the half, but we got the 3/4. So we'll be fine. That's what I thought. We'll be fine. As long as it's not 1%, everything's going to be okay. Okay, Ted said, yeah, their fault. That was clear. Who said issues with the webinar? Yeah, there you go. I always like when I can scapegoat them. Yeah, it wasn't my fault. Good. I'm glad everyone was able to get in. Anyways, here we go. The Tradespoon site rejected the request. I think that was on their end too, actually, Jacques. That's what I tried to do. I tried to backdoor my way in. If I go in that way, I can sign in as the organizer and just sort of like, sneak in, but I couldn't even get that to work. I know exactly what you're saying. Anyways, we're all here now. Good to see everybody. Welcome back. Welcome out to the Tradespoon live trading room, stocks and options. Closing bell. I'm back home. No longer in that ridiculously hot and humid swamp they call Florida. Oh, give me the dry desert heat every time. I can live with that. So welcome to the trading room, stocks and options. My name is Scott. I will be your host. I am the head trading coach here at Tradespoon. I have been teaching for a while and trading for a while. That's me. Hi, okay. Good to see you. These are the disclosures. Be careful out there. That's the bottom line. Know what you're doing. Manage your risk. Contain your risk. Control and adjust your risk. Everything about risk you should be doing well. And remember that we're not investment advisors. So there you go. Okay, let's dive into what's going on. What's going on? The Fed. And you can see that we kind of jumped around a little bit at first. And then when Jer Bear started talking, we jumped even more. So tech lead, stocks higher as market digest, rates rise. We'll have some signals here to talk about today, and I think we'll put 1 or 2 on. Maybe you've already put a couple of trades on after because you liked the report. But the way we see it now is that the interest rates were raised by 0.75%. S&P is up 2.5%. The Dow 1.2%. The NASDAQ almost 4%. That's where we've been looking, right? That's what we've been talking about is technology, chips. The chip bill passed the Senate, I believe. And now, oh, there it is. Senate passes bill to boost computer chip production in U.S. Lovely. Now it's going to go to the House. Okay, that's going to help too. Chipotle CFO defends latest price increase. I got to tell you, they've raised their prices and their burrito quality has dropped for me. I last couple of times it's been a little iffy. I don't like that. I'm gonna once I bounce, I'm done. That's it. I'll find a new burrito joint, Chipotle. So you better get your act together. The Fed likely to see more rate hikes in the fall. Likely to in the fall, former Fed. I think we may get a break on the next meeting 6 weeks from now. When does that put us? That should be early September. I would say the next meeting is the 7th, I believe. I could be off by a week or two. The market is convinced that the Fed is fighting inflation with all of its talons out. Don't fight the Fed. That's the old saying. Why tech could struggle to rebound anytime soon? Come on, man. What do you mean? It's it's already showing us some things. The good news about Walmart's warning. Nancy Pelosi's husband sells. Okay, so there you go. Right? This is everyone was making this huge deal. Oh, Nancy Pelosi's husband bought a bunch of stock. He didn't. I mean, he did, but he didn't. He exercised options that were going to expire that were in the money. And now, and they were like deep in the money calls. And I'm thinking, I don't think this guy's going to make any money on this. He just lost a big chunk. So the whole like insider, and I do believe that politicians certainly invest on information they have, but that was nothing. There was nothing there. He took a huge loss. Like, what do you want? Anyways, we don't want to clutch our pearls too tightly too often. That's about it. I think. Economist Rubini, I don't like that guy for some reason. Severe recession, financial crisis coming. The problem with stagflationary debt crisis is we're not really stagnant. Things are still fine. Corporate America is still making money. Did we have a couple quarters of negative GDP? Yeah, but I don't see it as stagflationary. Certainly inflationary, but we'll see what happens. I maybe disagree because I think that the employment scenario is very different than anything else we've seen. That's it for the news. Let's go look at the calendar. So what follows on the heels? Well, I'll tell you one thing is Facebook earnings. Facebook earnings tomorrow. No, Facebook earnings today. Apple earnings tomorrow. So we got a couple of big earnings reports just right on the heels of this announcement. We've got first release of GDP. Last time was minus 1.6. If we come in at positive, and again, I've acknowledged that my technical definition of a recession is not actually valid. It is a technical definition of a recession, but there is an official declaring committee. And again, they make a big presentation of it, and they say, we do declare the market's in a recession. But it looks like we may get a slightly positive GDP, which would alleviate the technical definition. Jobless claims are supposed to come in around 250, still very healthy. I mean, prior to the pandemic, we were averaging between 220 and 260. We're right in that range, right where we should be. There's no problems here. Jobless claims, nothing else there. Now, then we have Friday's reports. And Friday, okay, we'll see what happens. We've already got the Fed's reaction, but we've got inflation, PCE inflation, core PCE inflation. We've got year over year. We've got income and spending. The projections, was it last time's or projections? Previous. We had a slight dip in spending and a slight dip in income. A slight dip in spending is okay. We would love to see income stagnant, or of course better, and spending a little down, which the spending down would mean that there's some buyer capitulation, that the U.S. consumer is now no longer just bitching and moaning, but also stopping the. Right now, we are like, oh, this is terrible, and then we buy it anyways. I'm so mad about these prices as we swipe our credit cards or debit cards. So we'd like to see that. Income is projected to go up. Nominal consumer spending is projected to go up. Consumer sentiment, we'd like to see that at or above that 51 level. So we do have quite a bit of data coming out on Friday. The earnings continuing to come out. Today we had Microsoft. Microsoft gapped up. So people are like, oh, the earnings weren't good. Sure they were. They were fine. We were expecting 228. We got 223. So it was down slightly and we still recovered. So this is one of those like, well, this doesn't make sense. Doesn't have to. It wasn't as bad as people thought, or it was better than people thought. The guidance was fine, and here we are. We gapped up significantly, and now with the Fed news, we're running. Google is another one today. Gapped up, running up. Okay, so there it is. Let's go to the forecasts. Forecast said we might have a little bit more down. They didn't know the Fed was coming out, but overall bullish, and we may be accelerating that bullish bounce due to motivation from the Fed. This is something Vlad talks about a lot, and that is a binary event, right? A binary event that can substantially, can act as a substantial catalyst for the market one way or the other. We seem to be getting a bullish bounce out of it. Oh gosh, sorry to hear it. Bob is finally here. Couldn't get on. Dennis as well. Go to webinars. Finally, a few people got on earlier. You didn't miss much. We're just kind of going through, but yeah, I don't know what the problem with GoToWebinar was. Definitely it was their fault. I think we should all maybe write strongly worded emails to GoToWebinar. Let them know our displeasure. Good to see you both. Glad you can make it in. Let's look at IWM and the Dow. Then we'll look at the historical. We'll look at the heat map. We'll look at the VIX. We'll look at our watch list, and we'll maybe even take a trade or two. Let's crack through. Crack on, my friends. Crack on. Bullish on the IWM as well. Did I do QQQ? I don't think I looked at it. I got distracted. A little more choppy, but I'll tell you what, the NASDAQ is reacting well to the Fed announcement. The Fed announcement came in with what I was expecting, and the reaction is in line with what I've been thinking was likely to happen. Yay me. And here's the Dow. Okay. Did you guys place any trades this morning with Vlad, or just kind of wait to see what the announcement and reaction was out of curiosity? Someone let me know. Here is the seasonal. We typically expect a lot of sideways, although we do tend to see a little bounce. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Hold on. The girls lost a heartbreaker of a semifinal on Saturday morning. I had a great day at SeaWorld with my daughter, and then we lost 2-1. The go-ahead goal was a very, very questionable penalty kick awarded by the referee, who was terrible. The team that barely squeaked by and beat us 2-1 went on to win the national championships with a 5-0 game. So it was frustrating. We felt like, any given day we could have beat that team. Wasn't our day. Girls learned a lot from it. And then after losing early in the morning, my wife surprised us with tickets to Epcot. So we took an Uber to Epcot and hung out at Epcot, my daughter and I. Good way to round out the trip. Anyways, just wanted to give you the updates. I know you all wanted to know. You may not have said anything, but you wanted to know. Here is the heat map. Google's smashing Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Tesla. All the big names are looking to carry this market forward. All the right areas. Consumer cyclical, very green. Communication services, very green. Technology, very green. Financial, very green. Industrials, green. Where's the weakness? The weakness is in real estate, utilities, Consumer defensive, healthcare. I can live with that. Energy's up a little bit. I don't care. Everything else looks pretty good. Hopefully you either had some trades lined up, got some trades on pretty early. We're going to go look to get some trades on now. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. Let's jump into SPY. I hope the sound is way better because I'm back. I've got my double 24-inch monitors, plenty of real estate. I've got my fancy schmancy microphone mounted to my desk. Should sound pretty good. I'm in my comfortable chair. All is well. All is well. SPY quiz. If tomorrow is a down day, thus VIX up, would you declare today as a higher low? Well, I think we're already a higher low because on the VIX, maybe. We'll look at that. This is a higher low. We went up, we pulled back. Here's the low. Now it's higher. We've got some momentum to speak of, and it's rallying hard, right? Let's get the quiz. Ooh, goodness. My goodness. So you can see we reacted a little bit here to the initial announcement. Then as Jer Bear came in, he's like, this is gonna go. All right, here's what I'm gonna do for today's quiz. I'm gonna go across the top of here. It's got to hold the highs, A. And I'm going to go across the bottom of this here. That's my B. Rallied last time, crashed the next day. Okay, we'll see. A, B, C. What are the numbers for you sticklers of the numbers? 401.35. 401.35 and above is A. 399.35. It's going to go with that. So it's a $2 range for B. Look at that. It looks like a little teeny range. $2. A $2 range. Let me know what you think. And then we will go from there. Dennis is an A. Brad is an A. Ted, Phil, Bob, LK, all B's. Jacques is a C. He's my only C. I'm gonna join Brad and Dennis. Dennis is an A. I think that the A is gonna hold. I think that the buyers are like, yee-haw, giddy up. Jacques thinks we're gonna give it back. I think he may be right tomorrow morning. Maybe we start back down in the high 390s, but then we'll see if it can hang on or what the deal is going to be. Overall, let's just take the Fed out of it because it's now getting priced in. What do you see? I see money flowing into the right sectors. I see the right sectors showing higher highs, higher lows. We just had one, and it looks like it's bouncing. Okay. That's probably what we're going to trade. I was going to say, where is everybody? But I know that there's been problems. I'm assuming a good number of people probably just gave up and stopped trying to get in. And hopefully they didn't curse my name. Curse Scott for not letting us in. Okay, good. Quiz is over. Everybody's in that wants to be in. The 35s, 399.35. Just Scott. Oh, well. Oh, Bob. If I didn't know any better, that might hurt my feelings. Okay, I don't get my feelings hurt very much. I'll take it well. What's next? Let's talk about the VIX, and then let's go through our watch list and see if we can find a trader, at least a trade to put on. I know some of you are worried about the market giving it back a little bit. My market posture improved quite a bit. Anybody else run their numbers? The market posture definitely showed some good signs of improvement. So yeah, okay. Oh, there's more than just we had a good Fed going on. That's for sure. Okay, let's get the VIX and then we'll move on. Okay. So right now, Jacques, I am on a continued lower high path, right? And you can see a nice, stable trajectory. We had our high, which was up in this area here. Then we got a lower high there. We traded it. We got a lower high here. We traded it. We talked about it. Hey, this is where we go. And what do we have here? Up, lower high, confirmed. Okay. What am I looking for? I'm thinking this might come down here to 20 and then come up here and then get down here to 17 and a half. And maybe even better, possibly. I mean, of course, we need to continue to readjust and reflect on what we're seeing here. But he said, what about the higher low? Well, I mean, here we are now. So if tomorrow it does go sideways and then gives that, I think you could absolutely make that argument. And if that happens, I would imagine that as of right now, at least some of you have some bullish trades on and some new bullish trades on. I might even put another bullish trade or two on today. So at that point, that would be a hedge. And I would say that even if it's not necessarily a higher low, I do think that a same low, remember what we're talking about. We're talking about the VIX at its lowest point in 3 months. If there's ever a time to put on hedges, it's when the VIX is at its lowest point in 3 months. It could go lower, but yeah, I see what you're talking about there. And I do think that there is a possibility for a slightly higher low or a lower or a same low, even though we're actually in the midst of establishing a lower high right now. So are we still in kind of a tenuous place as far as the market goes and looking to commit our capital? Yeah, we still got to be careful. All right, watch list. Let me know if you have any questions or comments on the VIX. Looks like we got a few more stragglers in. If you're late, I gave everyone a tardy pass for today. You're all forgiven. And we'll blame GoToWebinar. And glad you can make it. Glad you persevered. Let's get the watch list going. Okay. Hey, John. Again, no apologies necessary. No apologies necessary. Market's posture. Oh, okay. So Jacques said his passed above zero. I believe mine got to I'm completely forgetting, and it's on my other computer. I think I got to a minus 0.5. Might have even got to a zero, but definitely like a 2-point jump. Yeah. So if yours passed slightly above zero, I 100% understand how and why that happened and would concur with it. I might be slightly below that, but if it's negative, it's barely, and I think it got at least 2, maybe 2.25 of a jump, which was quite a jump. And now what? Now we're going to see even more based on what we're seeing here. So definitely leaning more towards those bullish trades without question. Remember, it doesn't have to be a bullish score for us to trade bullishly. What has to be happening is it has to be improving, and it has to be indicative of the fact that buyers are, making an effort, regaining control. Sellers are fading, and we're expecting things to push higher. So, great question. Alcoa. I think Alcoa is actually looking all right on a pullback, though, right? Nothing there now. Apple is popping. Unfortunately, Apple reports earnings tomorrow, so I'm not going to do anything with that. Although I'll tell you what, the volatility for right before earnings is not bad. That would be an interesting to consider. Maybe like a 160, 155 pop. We won't have the ability to pursue that, but if that's a trade you've ever looked for, when normally we're expecting the vol to be up here in the 45s, but this time we're not. So yeah, there you go. ADI, the chip stocks, that trade needed to be in place. It's tough to come in late. Archer Daniels, I like it. It had earnings. Let's see what happened. Oh, look at that. Smashed through. 30 cents higher. So that was like a 12% beat. Very nice. It's responding favorably. Don't want to chase it now. At this point, we'd be looking for a consolidation. AMD, that's reasonable. I like that a little bit better. So I would say that's on our list of maybes for today. Amazon reports earnings tomorrow. Otherwise, I would like that. AXP, very close on this recovery from where it was earlier today. I just need one more day. So that would be on my list maybe for tomorrow. AXP, Boeing, the earnings were questionable. We were expecting to lose 7. We lost 37, kind of meandering. Alibaba, not yet. Bank of America. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I like AXP better. Dutch Brothers, they just opened one right near my house. So obviously, I'll probably spend some money there, and so it'll likely go up. So that looks close, but I like Starbucks probably better. Caterpillar, man, not yet. ConocoPhillips, Costco. Ooh, Costco. That's a maybe. Costco and AMD so far. Someone write them down for me. John Deere needs to pull back. If you do a market posture, how much did your score improve from last week to this week? I'm very curious. Let me know. Jacques said he went positive, but I'm curious, how much of a bump did you get? Gold, nothing there yet. 2 points? Okay, I agree. IWM. Jets. I like Jets. I flew Spirit on the way out, Delta on the way back. I hate Spirit. Oh my God. Their chairs are so ridiculously uncomfortable. I don't care about anything else. Jacques went up 2 points as well. Okay, we all jumped the same amount. Saw that. Yeah, their chairs suck. You can't lean back. They don't have those little flaps that you can bend out and let your head rest against. I could not get 4.5 hours. My daughter and I, neither of us could get comfortable. Spirit's garbage. I'm never flying on them again. Delta, beautiful. Comfortable chairs. I got the entertainment. We got drinks and we got cookies. Spirit, all I got was a backache and a headache and a bad taste in my mouth. So Jets looks good. Add it to the list. Meta looks good other than the fact that it reports earnings today. That volatility is much higher. Expect that to drop, but that could be interesting. Without that vol, I'd like Meta. AMD better than Micro. Okay. Microsoft, we've been wondering if it's going to start to participate. Well, there it is. Looking better. Neo, nothing yet. NVIDIA, pretty strong. I think I still like AMD better. Anything in the chips is reasonable. QQQ. Starbucks, how many days will this give us? We have until the second aftermarket, which is, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 days. That's a maybe. That is a maybe. Coin continues to drop. Coinbase, you guys are trash. Heikeneshi. See? Starbucks, I'm going to put my stop. If I do it, I'm going to put my stop here. I'm going to raise the stop every day and get out right before earnings. I like that. That's reasonable. Silver, no. SMH, that's a maybe. SPY, right? These all look pretty strong. Whoops. It's just like it's hard to do it after earnings. It is hard to catch entries when we have a huge move after a Fed announcement. So we have to be careful about that. Tesla looks okay. I like that. UNG coming down. UNH. No. Visa. Oh, look at Visa. That is a high wave doji. I'd trade out of that now that it's stabilizing. Expecting 174, got 198. It's a 24-cent increase, 12%. But the market didn't like it. Maybe the guidance is not so good. XLP. XLU. All right. Let's look at Coinbase. Nobody said if anyone did it. Did you do a trade with Vlad? Ooh, I don't know. I mean, they're up 12% today after some real nasty news here. We dropped from 67 down to 52. That was a 30% drop right there. Now it's getting back a little bit of it. Coin is making a higher low. So that's what Bob's looking to trade for is that this is stabilized and a little bit of a higher low. I see it. Yeah, that looks like it has maybe some potential to get back to 75, maybe even a little bit more. I'm getting a comment that says no sound. Do we have sound? Sound is good. Hi, Phil. Good to see you. Oh, sound is choppy, Jacques said. Has anyone else got choppy? It shouldn't be. I'm on good internet with a good microphone. It was coming in choppy for a bit. Well, let me just make sure this is set the right way. Microphone, blue snowball. Okay. That's right. Bob said perfect. Okay. Well, then, if it's coming in mixed like that, I'm gonna blame GoToMeeting again. I think. So again, strongly worded email may be in order. Let's go look at a trade on Starbucks. I drank a lot of Starbucks over the week. Actually, that's pretty high. But it's 4 days of momentum. One, two, three, four. Okay, so give me 1 second here. I'm thinking this and maybe ADM. 5 days. Starting here. I could start from the low too. Maybe I'll do that just to see. That lets me get up to, we'll call it 88. Stop loss I'm going to get from the Heikin-Ashi. The low here is 81.12. So I'm going to say 81.05. So we came home Sunday night and high school tryouts started the very next day. Not that they were in question. She's a senior. She's been a varsity starter since her freshman year, but she has been nominated a captain. Very exciting, very proud. Very proud of her. What did I say? 88 to the upside. And 81.05 to the downside. Okay. I would actually expect the volatility to stay where it is or even go a little higher, quite honestly. So I'm going to think about buying an option here. Let's go to a single. 85 is a little out of the money. 216. Now, the only way I carry this through the end of the week, oh, gosh, it's even 2-1 only there. Oh, 2.5 to 1. 2.5 to 1. Pre-earnings trade. Okay. Now, what's the good news? The good news is I will move my stop tomorrow. Tomorrow, my stop will go to 81.95. So tomorrow, I move my stop to 81.95. I will take the risk from a little under 200 down to 125. And then all of a sudden, it starts to look more like a better ratio. Oh, I like it, I think. I think I like it. Let me see what this is going for. Let me know if you're going to join me in Starbucks. Join me. Join me. $2 and I'm showing 211. 211. 211. Tomorrow, starting with 81.05. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that right there. Let's see if we can get to 11. If you are thinking about it, let me know what you filled at. 210 Phil, John said. I got 211 live. I'm not getting 211 here. Okay. Anybody else? Let me know what you got. I'm just going to go 214 just so I get in it so we can make sure we talk about it. 213. 213. Okay. Ooh, I like the way it looks. Here's the deal. I will absolutely tighten the stop every day, no matter what. Tomorrow, the stop will go to the level for where I'm getting out. We'll go to whatever that number was I talked about. 81. Whoops. What just happened? Go back. Go back. Start. Nope. Come on. What are we doing here? 81.05, then 81.95, I believe I said. And then I'm going to keep moving it up. We'll talk about it on Friday. And on Friday, the only way to carry it through is if it's continuing to show momentum. I'll be out of the trade before earnings. That's the plan. That is the plan. Oh my gosh. So Epcot Center has a new ride. It's the Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's an indoor roller coaster. So it's basically like Space Mountain, I would imagine. The reason I would only imagine it is because the second it started going, I shut my eyes and just tried to hold still because I can't ride roller coasters. I get terribly motion sick. So I told my daughter I would ride it with her. She loved it. She thought it was great. I was wrecked for an hour, even with my eyes closed. Holy shit, man. I cannot ride roller coasters. I hate them. But yeah, if you like roller coasters, it seemed like it would be fun if you go to Epcot Center. Not for me. Okay, what was next? AMD. Let's go look at it. We got time. Nobody told me. Did you guys trade with Vlad today, or was he like, nah, I'm waiting for the announcement? I'm super curious. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, AMD, same thing. I'm gonna go pretty tight on my stop. I'm thinking underneath here. My other trades, I got into the Qs pretty quickly as right before because I've liked tech, so I took a pretty good trade on the Qs. Also on Costco today, that I mean, if you're wondering what I did outside of what we're doing here, Bob said he's waiting. So those were ones that I had kind of lined up that if the Fed did 3/4 or half and the market reacted favorably. So I got those on prior to the big bump after Jer Bear started speaking. I like these two though. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to draw this out and I'm going to go from here to here. Then I'm going to replicate that, and then I'm going to move it from, and then I'm going to move it from activate. I'm going to move that over here. I don't have time. 8.2. I'm close. 100.5. That's my target. Moving back to the B's. Oh, what? AMD 100.5. Stopping. Stopping out at, I'm going to go 86.05. Just a little below it. 86.05. And for a trade, very similar trade, right? Taking risk out every day. As long as the momentum stays, I stay. The momentum subsides, I subside. That's the story. I'm going to go a little out of the money again. AMD, same look as MU, Marvell, NVIDIA. They all look very much the same. If you have a favorite that's different than this, absolutely valid. I agree, Bob. Semiconductors are basically lockstep, just like airlines, right? Their stocks look the same. Their service is not the same. Spirit is trash. Delta is way better. Just remember that. Okay. Sorry. I'm getting distracted today a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit distracted. Let me just do one of these, right? Two of them would be closer to 300. We're trying to go like 200 or actually, no, I'm going to do two. Save is cheap. Yeah, the Spirit Airlines was pretty cheap, but here's the deal. They trick you into thinking it's cheap because you buy it and then they're like, oh, well, if you want to pick your seat and check a bag, we'll give you a bundle on that for, normally it's $95 and we'll give it to you for $55. So I did that. And then they don't give you any food, so I got to buy a bottle of water and some snacks. There's another 15 because you're buying it at the airport. And by the time you're done, it's no deal at all. And then you sit in those ridiculously uncomfortable chairs. I was not happy about it at all. Plus, it's a yellow plane. Who wants to fly on a yellow plane? You know? Come on. Bad taste. I don't like it. Frontier is kind of the same, but I don't mind Frontier. At least they have comfortable chairs. Yeah, David, it's like they charge for everything. Yeah, like, stewardess, I have a question. She's like, that'll be $3. What? Okay. Let's see what we got here. The yellow submarine it is, man. That is exactly right. AMD, we're looking at the August 95s. August 95s. What are these things selling for? $3 and change. I'm showing 3, John. Is that not right? I'm showing 3 to 310. I think 310, maybe 305. Let's try 305. I saw Beyond Meat. I saw that. Let's see if we can get that. Okay, $3 it is. You're right. $3 it is. So we got a couple of those. Okay. Well, no reason to the recession fee at Carrabba's. That's true. I heard about some of the restaurants doing that. They're like, times are hard. We're charging you a little extra. You're like, wait, what? Yeah, I got you. At SeaWorld, I did the all-day dining pass. That is a miracle. Literally, we would just so every 90 minutes you get to eat. So we ate at 4 different places. And mostly we just got an extra bottle of water and then we would try something, and it was like we'd eat a little bit, and we're like, okay, let's go. Although they had this steak with rice and beans. Oh my God, it was off the charts good. So good. So good. The black beans were really, really seasoned well. Anyways, if you ever go to SeaWorld, go to the restaurant back by the river rafting ride and get the steak with the rice and beans. Oh my gosh, worth it. But I basically figured I ate about $100 worth of food, which paid for my whole ticket. Joke's on you, SeaWorld. All right. What did I say we were going to go look at? I can't even remember. I keep getting distracted by my tales of Orlando. Did I give it back on the road? I didn't ride any roller coasters. We only rode one ride, and then we went and saw a bunch of shows. We saw all the shows and all the features. She didn't want to get sick because she had to play the next morning, so we didn't do much of that anyway. Anyway. Okay, so we got a couple of trades on. Let's go see. Let's go give some gold medals. We'll call it a day. We'll come back. We'll see our things on Friday morning. I don't want to draw lines anymore. I just want this. Let's go into the SPY. Let's go into the standard candles. Let's go into the 5-day, 5-minute chart. And the numbers were 399.35 by 401.35, right? And so A's, myself included, you win a shiny, beautiful gold medal. Congratulations, A's. B's, it was close, and it might get there, but I've already awarded it. So there's nothing we can do about that. So B's, I'm sorry. Well, you tried hard, but today the A's win out. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see you back where I'm in my comfort zone too. I'm always a little bit like frazzled on a laptop with bad audio when I'm on the road. So I'm glad to be back. It's good to see you. I will see you Friday morning for coffee. Get your coffee ready. Come and join me. Let's talk about it. We'll see if there is a negative reaction tomorrow and what we think that it might mean. But as of right now, I like what I see. My posture's improved. We're seeing a broad-based participation in this rally. So let's see if we get more. Good to see everybody. Have a great rest of your day. As always, happy trading.